One of the country's biggest cement-producing companies has officially been brought to its knees. However, it seems that top government officials and top managers of the East African Portland Cement Company are working overtime to come up with a solution and in turn save the tens of millions of shillings in revenue being lost every day the factories closed. Unconfirmed reports suggest that government, which placed the police barricade at the East African Portland Cement Company, is looking to open the factory as soon as tomorrow morning. However, this may be tricky to implement because as board members and government officials including Treasury and the Ministry of Industrialization tackle a possible back-to-work formula, workers are still sitting outside the headquarters demanding Managing Director Kepha Tande step aside. Even the possible suspicion of Tande's presence sets off the crowd. Most of the 1,350 workers of EAPCC are casual laborers who may not get a paycheck by the end of this month, a sacrifice they seem willing to make.
Hawa watu wote wako na family. Na kazi haiendelei. Family watapata sukari wapi?
The EAPCC dispute has been a murky issue full of accusations and counter-accusations. Some say that it's the judiciary that is partly to blame, given the court ruling over the interpretation of the status of EAPCC as a parastatal or a private company. According to the shareholder details, government owns 25.3% of EAPCC shares, while the National Social Security Fund, which is also under the government of Kenya, owns 27%. French company Lafarge, the majority shareholder in rival company Bamburi Cement, controls 41.7% of EAPCC, with the rest being in public hands. If NSSF offloaded 4% of its shares as claimed, the government's share would fall below 50%, threatening EAPCC's parastatal status. However, market officials say the company's ownership structure and status have not changed.
What normally we like to see happen, and we require to happen, is to get to consult those directors and shareholders to consult with us about the procedures. If they don't know, consult with us.
With 350 million shillings of expected revenue down the drain, a solution needs to be found, and it needs to be found fast. Whatever the government does decide by the end of today might be nullified as Justice Mohammed Warsame begins court proceedings tomorrow morning. In short, another day has come and yet there is still no solution to the East African Portland Cement Company's saga. Catherine Amwando, KTN in Nairobi.